Welcome back, folks. Today, we're delving into a topic that has generated a lot of buzz: the top 10 legal charges against former President Donald Trump. Trump is facing a total of 19 legal actions, about half of which allege improper conduct during his presidency. Most of these cases revolve around three key themes: financial wrongdoings, his alleged role in the January 6, 2021 insurrection, and accusations of interference in the 2020 election. Trump has denied wrongdoing in most of these cases. He has filed motions to dismiss several of them and has filed countersuits in some cases. So let's jump right in and explore the details behind these charges. A. Insurrection. These cases charge Trump for his role in the January 6, 2021 insurrection. 2 allege that he undermined the counting of the Electoral College votes. The rest accuse him of inciting the riots which caused physical and emotional harm to police officers. 1. 10 members of Congress join NAACP lawsuit against Trump and Giuliani for conspiring to incite U.S. Capitol riot. 10 members of Congress who were in the House gallery as rioters breached the Capitol on January 6th are adding their names to the lawsuit first filed in February against former President Donald Trump and his former personal attorney Rudy Giuliani. The lawsuit, first brought by House Democratic Representative Benny Thompson and the NAACP, accuses Trump and Giuliani of conspiring with extremist groups, the Proud Boys and Oath Keepers, to incite the riot at the Capitol. The amended lawsuit now details the personal stories of each member, describing how they narrowly escaped the mob and how some still have nightmares and anxiety months later. 2. Capitol police officers sued Trump and far-right groups over the 6th of January, attack Capitol police officers who were attacked and beaten during the insurrection at the U.S. Congress on the 6th of January by extremist supporters of Donald Trump, filed a lawsuit on Thursday against the former Republican president, his ally Roger Stone, and members of far-right extremist groups. The officers accused them of intentionally sending a violent mob to disrupt the congressional certification of Joe Biden's victory in the November 2020 election. The suit in federal court in Washington, D.C., alleges Trump worked with white supremacists, violent extremist groups, and campaign supporters to violate the Ku Klux Klan Act and commit acts of domestic terrorism in an unlawful effort to stay in power. B. Financial Trump is facing several lawsuits and criminal investigations into possible financial improprieties. Most of these cases allege that he lied or misled the government to reduce the amount of taxes he and his company paid. 3. Mary Trump sues president and 2 of his siblings over fraud allegations. Donald Trump's niece followed up her best-selling tell-all book with a lawsuit Thursday, alleging that the president and 2 of his siblings cheated her out of millions of dollars over several decades while squeezing her out of the family business. Fraud was not just the family business. It was a way of life, the lawsuit said. Mary Trump sought unspecified damages in the lawsuit, filed in a state court in New York City. The lawsuit alleged the president, his brother Robert, and a sister, the former federal judge Marianne Trump Barry, portrayed themselves as Mary Trump's protectors while secretly taking her share of minority interests in the family's extensive real estate holdings. Robert Trump died last month. See election interference. Trump faces 2 lawsuits tied to his alleged efforts to interfere with the 2020 election. The Georgia case is a criminal investigation. 4. Trump accused in suit of pressure to undo Michigan vote President Donald Trump and his campaign were accused in a lawsuit of threatening to disenfranchise hundreds of thousands of predominantly black voters in Detroit by pressuring local officials to refuse to certify Joe Biden as the election winner in Wayne County. The legal attack on Trump comes as 2 Michigan lawmakers, who met with him amid his effort to overturn the state's decisive vote for Biden, said they haven't yet seen any reason to alter the result. 5. Georgia prosecutor seeks special grand jury into Trump's election interference. The prosecutor for Georgia's biggest county on Thursday requested a special grand jury with subpoena power to aid her investigation into former U.S. President Donald Trump's efforts to influence the state's 2020 election results. In a letter to Fulton County's chief judge, first reported by the Atlanta Journal-Constitution newspaper, District Attorney Fani Willis wrote that multiple witnesses have refused to cooperate without a subpoena requiring their testimony. Therefore, I am hereby requesting that a special purpose grand jury be impaneled for the purpose of investigating the facts and circumstances relating directly or indirectly to possible attempts to disrupt the lawful administration of the 2020 elections in the state of Georgia, Willis wrote. 6. Sexual misconduct. Trump has faced several accusations of sexual misconduct since he was elected president. One was a civil suit filed by former Apprentice contestant Summer Zervos, who accused Trump of defamation after he said her allegations of sexually inappropriate behavior were a part of the Clintons' campaign's efforts to smear him. Zervos dropped the lawsuit in late 2021, but a similar defamation case is still ongoing. 7. D.C. Attorney General. Prosecutors could charge Trump with misdemeanor over Capitol riots, District of Columbia. Attorney General Karl Racine mentioned on Sunday that there is a potential for President Trump to be charged under local laws that criminalize statements that clearly encourage, cajole, or incite violence following the storming of the U.S. Capitol by his supporters. This could result in a misdemeanor carrying a maximum jail term of 6 months, as per laws in effect since 2011. Racine clarified that his jurisdiction is local and doesn't extend to the authority of the U.S. Department of Justice, which handles federal and major district crimes. While his office can address certain offenses such as weapons possession, curfew breaches, and incitement to violence, federal prosecutors are primarily focusing on investigating and prosecuting most crimes stemming from the January 6th Capitol riot, which caused 5 deaths. Federal prosecutors are examining all parties involved in the riot, including Trump and his role in inciting it. Racine emphasized that both Trump's actions leading up to the Capitol breach and his behavior immediately afterward are pertinent to the investigation. In a recent development, the House impeached Trump on the grounds of incitement of insurrection for his part in triggering the unrest. A Senate trial is forthcoming, requiring a 2/3 majority to convict him on this non-criminal charge. The conviction could lead to a subsequent vote, necessitating a simple majority to prevent Trump from holding office again in the future. 8. Trump to testify in the lawsuit by protesters who say guard assaulted them in 2015. A New York judge has ordered Donald Trump to give testimony on Monday in a lawsuit brought by a group of demonstrators who said his security guard assaulted them during a 2015 demonstration outside Trump Tower. Justice Doris Gonzalez of the Bronx Supreme Court ordered the deposition to be held Monday at Trump Tower in Manhattan. It will be videotaped and then played when the case goes to trial. The lawsuit centers on a dispute between a group of demonstrators and Trump's security guards during a protest outside Trump Tower in September 2015. The group was protesting Trump's anti-Mexican and anti-immigrant rhetoric, and said in the lawsuit they were concerned about the potential for these remarks to incite violence against the Mexican immigrant community. 9. New York, hush money. Criminal case. Trump is accused of falsifying business records in connection with a payoff to Stormy Daniels, a porn star who claimed she had a sexual encounter with him. By buying Daniels' silence, the payoff avoided a possible sex scandal in the final weeks of the 2016 presidential campaign. Michael Cohen, Trump's personal attorney and fixer at the time, paid $130,000 to Daniels in October 2016, according to prosecutors. Then, while in the White House, Trump reimbursed Cohen in a series of installment payments processed by Trump's company. Prosecutors say Trump fraudulently disguised those installments as corporate legal expenses in violation of New York law. To New York Attorney General civil lawsuit. New York Attorney General Letitia James sued Trump and his family business, the Trump Organization, in September 2022 for alleged fraud by him and his family. James, a Democrat, accuses Trump of lying from 2011 to 2021 about asset values, including for his Mar-a-Lago estate in Florida and Trump Tower penthouse in Manhattan, as well as his own net worth, to obtain better terms from lenders and insurers. The lawsuit seeks at least $250 million in damages from Trump, his adult sons Donald Jr. and Eric, the Trump Organization, and others, and to stop the Trumps from running businesses in New York. Trump is facing 2 other lawsuits related to the alleged actions of individuals who recently worked for him. Conclusion. As the legal battles unfold, it's clear that Donald Trump's post-presidential journey has been marred by a series of legal challenges. The charges against him underscore the complexities of the legal system and its role in holding public figures accountable. Keep following our channel for updates on these cases and other important topics. Thanks for tuning in, everyone. If you found this video informative, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe to our channel, and hit the notification bell so you never miss an update.